This is where most baseball games start. At least the bats do.
Apparently, this is the best area in the country to find ash trees needed to make baseball bats. Hillerick and Bradsby, the company that you and I know for Lousiville Slugger bats, gets all of their wood here in northern Pennsylvania and a little bit of New York. And for over 50 years, Larimer and Norton has been cutting and preparing that wood at their 3 facilities way up here in the top of Pennsylvania.
The process of making a baseball bat starts with the log, which you see behind me. Then we saw those into 40-inch pieces, and from those 40-inch pieces we will take out the billet, which is a round piece about 3 inches around.
They cut those billets in one of 2 ways, either by cutting them directly out of the log or splitting the log and turning them on a lathe.
At this point, this looks more like a stickball bat than anything else.
Next, they dry the wood by putting it into these kilns for about 4 or 5 weeks to get it down to about 10 to 12% moisture, about the same as furniture. This process may seem like it takes a long time, but before they did it this way, it took almost a year to dry.
The ash billets we make are graded into 3 different grades. One is for the professional baseball player, and again, that's only about 10% of our production would go to that professional baseball player. And we are looking for pieces that have nice straight grains, wide grains, a lot of growth in between the grains, even growth. Then we also have to weigh it, because every player is saying, I want a bat that weighs this specific weight. And then based on what model they order, we know, okay, we have to pull a piece of wood that weighs this much in order to get the weight that they need. But then we also grade the timber into other grades for retail use and for souvenir use.
These are the really select pieces. They've been graded BP for ball player. That's what the professionals use. And they like it a particular weight, and that's 86 to 87 ounces for all of these.
Now it's off to the Lousiville Slugger factory to be finished. The minor league and retail bats are turned on this type of lathe, following a metal pattern. The billets spin at about 3,000 revolutions per minute, creating a baseball bat in about 30 seconds. The pros, being more specific about the bat's weight, length, and balance, use this CNC lathe for their bats. Then they are branded, dipped and dried, flame tempered to bring out the grain, and the end of the bat is scooped out. The pros say it increases the speed of the bat during a swing. So with all of these bats around, do these guys watch a baseball game differently than you and I?
One of the things that I look for is every time a player steps to the plate is to try to identify whose bat he's using. Some players use multiple companies' bats. They'll use ours for some period of time and then they might switch to somebody else. So it is nice for me personally to look and see which bat company the player is using.
So there you've got it. From here to here to here. All the bases are covered.
In addition to these, they make these souvenirs. Little batty.
A copy of the program you've just seen can be purchased through Penn State Media Sales at mediasales.psu.edu or by calling 800-770-2111.